I demand send another 200. Good little piggy.
There are people who find pleasure in giving strangers their money.
They'll literally just meet me at an ATM, hand me cash, and then we'll go our separate ways.
He said, I've got this fantasy. I would love to get out a loan and give it to you. $50,000.
No, it's not transactional. There are no sexual favors involved, and most of the time these people will never meet.
They are just sending their money for your approval and your validation.
I would have been able to buy a freestanding house.
And the internet is filled with videos of people selling it as an easy way to make money.
If you're looking for a quick way to make some money real fast, look no further because I have the thing for you.
It almost sounds too good to be true, right? This is a look inside the world of financial domination.
So I actually bought this car as a birthday present to myself. I won't say the exact amount, but from FinDom alone, I do make 5 figures a month, yeah. So right now we're going to the ATM because one of my pay pigs wants to do a cardless cash transaction. So that is when they will send me some bank codes. I'll go to whatever bank ATM they're with and then put in the codes and pick up however much money that they are giving me. We do a fun little thing. If he doesn't make a certain weight loss by the end of an agreed upon time, I cut his allowance down. I'm waiting outside the ATM. Hurry up and be a good little pay piggy and send me the code so I can drain all of your money. Ooh, they just came through. I can't wait to spend your money while you're at work all day. Okay, 300, all right. Happy to send more if you need. Should we say more or is 300 okay? I demand send another 200. Good little piggy. All right, we're G to G. So I've just gone to the ATM and what a good little pay piggy. You got out $1,000 instead of 500. I wonder what I'm gonna spend this on. This guy always will tell me an amount and then he'll give me a little bit more, which is fun. So he's just replied to the video that I sent. He said, I'm so worked up, I'm gonna Love that. And then, yeah, he just said, can't wait to do it again, so. Okay.
Minky lives on the Gold Coast, is studying psychology, and over the last 2 years has been a financial dominatrix.
My longest sub that I've had, and we've got a great relationship. He came to me and he said, oh, I've got this fantasy. I would love to get out a loan and give it to you. $50,000. And I was like, let's lower that right down because I want to keep our relationship going. And I could see that he could comfortably pay off $25,000. In my head, I was like, yeah, all right, you're probably not going to do this.
And did he just give you the full 25?
Yes, yes.
Minky built an online following as an adult content creator. Now, men on the internet seek her out to financially serve her. And no, I know what you're thinking, there is no sex involved.
His kink is the struggle to feel like, oh, I'm working so hard and I'm just giving it all to a woman. He's one of my favorite subscribers because he pays a lot of money.
So for someone who doesn't know what FinDom is,
FinDom or financial domination is basically a power play kink where the man finds pleasure in handing over his finances to a woman.
the people who are willingly and consensually handing over their money are the submissives. Sometimes they go by PayPig, and most of the time they're men.
So I've got access to his bank account and I've got his card in my Apple Pay. At first, I was shocked. I hope there's not girls out there that are just going in and taking everything. But now it's just another day at work for me. Yeah. Hey girl.
Hello, how are you?
Good. People are like, why would someone give away money? But what's more powerful than money? Nothing. Some guys really like to be bullied and degraded. I'll maybe take a video and say, "You're so fat and disgusting." Oh my God. Of course, I would never say that without them asking me to. Everyone's like, Some guys just like to see the girl live a lavish lifestyle. They'll say, "Show me all the bags," and laugh at me.
Minky has never met any of these men, and some of them have been sending her money and gifts for years.
The sexual part actually takes place after. They will go and have some fun with the memory of what we've done. I'm really excited to take your money. I do have subs that I'm just allowed to transfer myself money. I have got subs that are like, "Here are my bank details," and we will discuss a weekly allowance that they will get, and they will give me the rest. If you do something naughty or bad, I'll make that allowance smaller and smaller. They love to be like, "Oh my God, I've got nothing left because I've given it all to this beautiful girl," whoever that may be.
And to guarantee that Minky actually gets the money, some guys will set up their own blackmail.
I've been like, "All right, well, why don't we do some nudes? And then I'll just have photos of you." They've been like, "Well, here's the contact of my parents. If I stop giving you money, send these nudes to my parents." If I was going to send a voice note to somebody that really liked to be bullied and degraded about their appearance, I would ask for a photo of them just so I could see what we're working with. So I'm just zooming in on the photo that you sent me. This is pathetic. And with that face, no wonder you're a virgin.
Rent is due. It's time to pay your taxes, you little pay piggies.
While financial submissives are usually men, not all dominants are women.
You do get a lot of time wasters in this field. I'd say 80 to 90% are time wasters. So you get people reaching out to you, pretty much just wanting your attention, sort of pledging that they're going to send you all this money, and the reality is they don't. They just want to talk to you. That's like a little bit of the game as well. Like, the more that you send me, the more attention you get.
Kyron works in the sex industry. He never really thought about doing financial domination until a couple of men reached out and asked if they could give him money.
This person in particular sends between $20 to $50, probably once or twice a week. They're quite regular. They'd rather give me the money than go out with their friends. So they'll be like, "I'd much rather serve you, sir." That's probably a pretty common theme amongst them, is that they're depriving themselves to better my life, which is a pretty cool perk of the job, I think.
Beta Boy Tax 2.
I probably make $500 to $600 a week from FinDom. It's obviously not enough to live off, but it's a nice supplement to my other channels of income. Yeah, I guess you get a little bit of imposter syndrome and thinking, what value are you providing here? People are sending you money and not initially really wanting any service in return. It's more about the emotional side of things. A lot of my subs are mostly the homosexual men. I think there's like a sense of internalized homophobia. So I'm quite a large person, but maybe I'm like generically attractive to some people. There definitely is an aspect of sort of fetishizing that I'm a straight man, and whether I look like their bully in high school or something, I don't know. I guess they get some sort of pleasure in that, maybe shame perhaps. It's a hard thing to navigate, not wanting to cross a line, like, while at the same time something they want to do. I've got to really make sure that I'm not making the situation worse internally for them.
In the older clientele, he sees something a little different.
There's a bit of a saviour complex. They want to feel like they're supporting you and saving you from this life. You know what would save me? Yeah, $1 million. Which would give me like half a flat in Brunswick.
I recognise you from somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. See your search history, or compared to my other incomes, it's probably a lower effort. It's getting more popular to be a FinDom because obviously it looks like a very easy way to make money.
Thank you so much.
I've been around like this industry for a while, and like around kink and BDSM. It's just like not a matter of just setting up an Instagram account and then all of a sudden you're gonna have 500 people wanting to send you cash.
Even though lots of dominants are open about FinDom, submissives are a little more private. I start talking to a couple online.
Sorry for the late reply. I had to pick up extra shifts after being drained. It started as a euphoric feeling, nervous, excitement, having my fate in someone else's hand.
And sure, the excitement comes in the risk, but not all risks pay off.
A lot of people just don't want to verify it's them when asked. But those scammers got me a few times at the beginning and definitely made me look like a bit of a fool.
I come across a FinDom support group. It's run by a guy called Kurt. For 10 years, he was addicted to sending money to women online.
For me, the transfer of money was always, it was like a sacrifice. It is like temporarily not existing. It's just to escape.
There were years where Kurt sent money every single day, until eventually he was bankrupt and his relationship had broken down.
It had gotten to the point where I had multiple loans, credit card debt, basically declared bankrupt. What I've spent over years, I would have been able to buy a freestanding house and 2 really good cars for that kind of money.
Kurt has now seen the evolution of Findom over 15 years. He says it's pretty obvious why it's become more popular.
You get a very big chance that the primary motivation is money and not the interest in the kink. The commercial incentive has grown.
Some dominants have even targeted people in online support groups where they're looking for help with their addiction.
It becomes interesting for DOMs to pull someone's recovery into a Findom play and obstruct that recovery. Over time, the most worrying one for me is that addiction itself has become a fetish.
Dr. Sarah Ashton is a psychologist and sex therapist who specializes in kink.
Is there anything in particular that surprises you about Findom?
No. It makes sense, right? Money represents power on so many levels. Think about what it gives someone in their life, what freedoms, what responsibilities, and think about how much of our world is driven by money.
Over the past few years, she's seen more people than ever before who are coming in and talking about Findom.
It's not about whether someone has the money or not. It's about whatever emotional experience they have. One theory is that if a man feels that earning and providing money is really connected to masculinity, however, in his relationships, that's not something that he's able to express, then perhaps this is an avenue for feeling a sense of contribution. If you're someone who's in control, looks after everyone else, sometimes it can feel really cathartic, healing, and arousing to be in a completely submissive position. Often what we see with kinks and fetishes is an eroticization of some kind of social shaming.
Sarah says there is one myth she sees over and over again about the people who enjoy submission.
There is actually no difference between the general population and the kink and BDSM population and their experience of trauma. Everyone has trauma in the entire population. People are working long hours, drinking to excess, having relationships that allow them to kind of be distracted. This might be one of them, but again, it's not unique. One of the most harmful things that we can do is to inject more fear.
I feel like judgment about kinks often comes from fear, and that comes from not knowing about something. I would say look inwards. Is there something that maybe you're missing out on that you feel like you need to cast judgment on other people?
If you like this video and want to see more, subscribe to the Feeds YouTube channel.